The bloop, the loudest unidentified sound ever recorded in the ocean. The deep ocean is a world we know less about than the surface of Mars. Less than 20% of the ocean floor has been mapped with any precision. The creatures that live in its deepest trenches remain largely unknown. Marine biologists discover new species in the deep ocean every single year. In 1997, NOAA was operating a network of hydrophones originally placed across the Pacific Ocean during the Cold War to listen for Soviet submarines. On a day in the summer of 1997, those hydrophones picked up something unexpected. The sound was detected simultaneously by multiple hydrophone arrays spread across 5,000 kilometers of the Pacific Ocean. That alone was extraordinary. To be picked up across that distance, the sound had to be immensely powerful. Scientists at NOAA analyzed the recording. The sound rose rapidly in frequency over approximately 1 minute, then stopped. When they examined its waveform characteristics, the shape of the sound wave, it matched one category, biological. Something alive had made this sound. Something with power that exceeded any known animal on the planet. The blue whale is the largest animal known to have ever lived on Earth. Its vocalizations are the loudest sounds produced by any animal, audible over hundreds of miles. But the bloop was far louder than any blue whale vocalization. To produce a sound of the bloop's intensity, a biological organism would need to be substantially larger than a blue whale, not by a small margin, significantly larger. What could live in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, larger than the biggest animal in Earth's history, and be completely unknown to science? Then came the detail that made the story take on a different quality entirely. Scientists triangulated the approximate origin point of the bloop in the South Pacific Ocean, approximately 50 degrees south latitude, 100 degrees west longitude. When they checked what was at those coordinates in the deep ocean, they found that they were within 500 kilometers of a location that H.P. Lovecraft had described in precise detail in his 1928 horror story, The Call of Cthulhu. The location of Ar-Laye, the sunken city of an ancient ocean god. Lovecraft wrote in 1928 that the coordinates of Ar-Laye were 47 degrees south, 126 degrees west. The bloop originated at approximately 50 degrees south, 100 degrees west. They are not identical. They are close enough that when the story broke, the internet promptly concluded that Lovecraft had been right. The mainstream scientific community rolled its eyes. But the researchers who actually worked with the bloop data had a quieter, more unsettled response. It was not that Lovecraft was right. It was that the sound was still unidentified, and the ocean was very, very deep. The bloop was not a one-time event. NOAA hydrophones detected it multiple times between 1997 and 1999. Each occurrence showed the same waveform signature. Each originated from the same general region of the South Pacific. Then, after 1999, it stopped. Scientists had by that point begun a more systematic collection of sounds from this type of unusual source, cataloging what they called ultra-low-frequency sounds from the Southern Ocean. And here is where the story becomes complicated, because they found that the bloop was not alone. NOAA has a catalog of unidentified sounds from the Pacific Ocean. They have names: the slowdown, the upsweep, the train, the Julia, the whistle. Each is a unique recurring sound with unknown origin. Some have been tentatively attributed to geological or ice-related activity. Others remain entirely unidentified. The ocean, which covers 71% of the Earth's surface and reaches depths of 11 kilometers, is producing regular, powerful, patterned sounds that human science has yet to explain. In 2012, NOAA issued a statement attributing the bloop to icequake activity, the sound produced by large Antarctic ice sheets cracking and calving. This explanation satisfied many in the scientific community. It did not satisfy everyone. The original waveform of the bloop does not precisely match documented icequake signatures. The debate continues in academic literature. What is not in dispute? The deep ocean is still producing sounds we cannot identify, coming from depths we cannot see, in the largest uncharted environment on Earth.